Hi gang, welcome back to the Ornery Latina ever. Today's topic is going to be on censorship, or just basically the conservative censorship. I did a Google video, and I'm a comedian, and I make fun of everybody and anybody, and I think that is my God-given right to be able to like have an opinion about things, because that's what comedians do. We have the redhead lady that Michelle Wolf, you know, she was marching and making fun of abortions and infants, what's that word? Something, infanticide or something, when you kill the infant. Okay, well, I can't even wrap myself around why anybody would choose that topic, but that's her God-given right here in America to pick a topic. And so I just made a very flippant comment on Google. I made fun of, I didn't like rap music. I didn't think it was my genre of music. Okay, I have dyslexia, so I'm gonna butcher some words here. But basically, I mean, I'm not a really good singer, so if I were to go into kind of music, a music that I thought would kind of camouflage my lack of talent, I would probably make up a rap song, and I would probably do pretty good at it because I like to rhyme. But I don't think rhyming about anything should do. Or maybe they could rhyme about anything, but there's certain things that you rhyme about that are kind of hateful and that fall into the category of hate speech. And then when you put the hate speech on in the middle of the day when you're driving your kids to school and you're flipping through the channels and it's on every station, and they're using like words like F words and the N-word, and they're calling each other the N-word, and then they don't want people to talk in that kind of manner. You can't just go on to Fox News and just start dropping the F-bombs. I mean, I can't imagine Ainsley using that word, and some of the other people on Fox. Maybe some of the liberals on CNN and the other channels, but not my sweet Ainsley. She would never say the F word. But anyway, or Dana Perino, right? So anyway, so we have these songs out there, and that's okay. They can curse because that's part of the creative process. But we have people cursing and calling women really horrible names like bitches and hoes. And it's becoming part of the culture. So I thought to myself, okay, so this when I said I didn't like rap music, I can have an opinion that I don't like rap music, but my video was taken down because they said that I was offending somebody's culture. I thought to myself, okay, well, if I said I hated or I didn't like, hey, guess what? Country music isn't my cup of tea. I really hate gospel music. It really irritates me when they sing about Jesus. Now, would I be offending Jesus, or would I offend like country music culture or white people's culture, or what is culture? So anyway, I thought that's the most stupidest thing ever. So anyway, if rap music is culture, and culture is about gang violence and shooting people and crime and calling bitches hoes, and because that's part of some of the music that I was not liking or agreeing with, what about people that are of color that aren't in gangs? Maybe there be a black police officer. Don't you think that kind of, if he's on the opposite side of that spectrum, would that kind of affect his culture? Because he certainly might be black, you know. And so anyway, my question to Fox News is that if we are up against a war against conservative voices, that what would make somebody think it would be okay to protect the rights of free speech that demeans women, that promotes gang violence, that promotes people shooting people, and then playing this music on the radio all hours of the day, so kids, because they're not G-rated, it's not like, you know, it's not like the radio when he bloops certain words out that, you know, kids go out and buy this music, and maybe the parents might get it for them, or maybe they will bootleg it off of the internet somehow illegally, but it's not censored. You know, even if you're booping, people know that you're saying F you, or you know what I mean? So anyway, that's my beef, because back when I was growing up and stuff like that, it was like, you know, the John Travolta and Staying Alive, and I don't think there was really anything offensive about that, except maybe like his pants were a little bit too tight and it was showing his like little guy bulge, and you know, that whole flare leg angel flight thing. I don't know, it just seems sort of, no, I won't say it because I'm sure it's going to offend somebody, but as a Puerto Rican mother who raised my child in a predominantly white area, kids used to emulate this rap culture, and they used to think it was really cool, like to wear the gangster kind of like hip hop kind of clothes. And I'm thinking to myself, you're emulating thugs, you know. And so, if we want to change the culture of society, we have to change the way we relate to each other. And so I think that the liberals are shooting themselves in the foot here, because they want to censor like our opinions, but they really, like, anything goes according to their own party and their own belief system. And so it's kind of like it's like they're the parent of your child, that's the parent is misbehaving and saying, like, do as I say, not as I do. Right? Like say if you're a parent and you're out there and you're littering and your kid sees you do it, and then your kid does it, and then you say, do not litter, but they saw you litter, they're gonna like, what? Well, that's how liberals are. It's like, do not say offensive things, but in the meanwhile, they're back in their little corner just offending away. And I think it's really offensive when people of color tell me, a person of color, like what to believe and what I should think. And so I don't think our president is racist. What I really think is that the 4 congresswomen are completely out of line, and I think that they're making a bozo out of Nancy Pelosi, making a real bozo out of her, because she's backing down and she's being intimidated by these little freshman punks. Anyway, let's rap about that, homies.